And we are back. We are live. What?
Welcome.
It's your channel, bro.
I know. I was just seeing what you would do if I stayed silent for a minute.
It's your channel, bro.
I was just seeing what you would do though. No initiative, no energy, nothing out of this.
Yeah,
guy.
I'm not getting paid for this crap, and it's not on my channel.
I'm
Dude. What are you
not getting
talking-
paid either.
True,
Guy gets 50 views on a video, and he's like, "Oh, I'm him." Oh.
hey, I've got 50 views and a comment. It was a moron, but whatever.
Oh, wait. Do we need to pull it up and respond? What do you say?
It really wasn't like it wasn't dumb enough to react to. It was just like he said something about like 3. He thought he liked 3 more than 2, and all the stuff they repeated was actually necessary. And I was like, no, they just made the second movie again.
The rethread was needed, and I don't mind how many times someone has to rescue someone because those are some of the best scenes, and each is unique and doesn't feel forced. Well, he's
It's
got to learn
not, bro.
grammar, I think, first.
Also, literally, the same person gets taken hostage like 4 times across 2 movies.
And I don't mind because and each and doesn't. That's all in one sentence. That's called a run-on sentence. No one uses proper grammar while commenting. Shut up. All right.
Yeah, but you can make a coherent sentence without problem.
Do we want to make fun of Gun Bros real quick? Gun Bros, you have worse taste in Superman movies than an 11-year-old. Congratulations.
Pull it up. Pull up the clip.
I'm not gonna go find that clip.
Didn't you send it? You sent it to me, right?
Yeah, it's on Instagram though. That's on my phone.
Yeah. I mean, I could pull it up on my computer.
No, we don't got time. We don't got time for all that. All right.
Sorry, bro.
Basically, Dexter. Well,
Dexter
Dexter
is the greatest person of all time.
The kid who plays Egg, he was like, "Yeah, I like the new Superman." Which, okay, we'll work on that. But
Which
we'll
he has to say that he's an actor. He
11
has
years
to
old.
say it.
So
Just like Peter Claffey said, he liked like 500 things, and it's like, bro, come on.
maybe he does. Maybe he does.
Maybe he really does. But it's
then he
also
was
like,
but
if
it's
you work
still
in
not.
Hollywood, you
But
know.
then Dexter was like, it's still not even close to Christopher Reeve Superman.
I was like, you're 11 and you know ball?
Dude, he said he likes old movies. I saw one where he said his favorite movie is Rocky.
Yeah. All right. Goat kid.
Well, it's done. We finally are done watching a good show, and we get to go back to watching garbage slop next month with Daredevil Born Again. Woo! Because the Night of the Seven Kingdoms is over. You know, don't be happy that it happened. Be sad that it's over, or whatever. And
Well, is the tone of the episode today happy or depressed? We can
I
figure
mean,
out
it's-
which version of that quote we
Well,
want.
it kind of depends on how fast we get through this. Because if we get through fast enough, we'll have enough time that we have to watch the new Mandalorian trailer. So
I'm gonna take. I'm gonna slow this down as much as
I haven't
humanly
actually seen it yet. So it could.
possible. Is it the Imbo trailer or?
Dude, I don't know.
Well, I mean, is it
I
is
don't
it
know.
that one or is there another new one?
Bro, I have no idea.
I don't care. I just
I
saw on
can't keep up
Instagram
with
that
the
people were
Filoni bros,
hyped
alright?
because of Glup
I can't-
Shitto's great uncle's
From
Glup Shitto.
animated shows that are cool as standalone kids projects that aren't canon to the
that
Star Wars
aren't canon,
universe,
and you treat them like a campfire story and not canon.
and it's a kid show, and
Yeah.
it's still not a great kid. I mean, it's not an incredible kid show, but at least it can teach.
You know,
It's a
it
basic
teaches you a
Saturday
little
morning
lesson.
cartoon,
It's an
and
entertaining
it's in the
little
Star Wars
cartoon.
universe. But when you make it canon, it just starts ruining everything,
yeah,
like inhibitor chips and Anakin and Obi-Wan and
Anakin being
Yoda.
like Anakin and Rex, frankly, being like, Fives, you're the man, bro. We freaking love you. And then he's like, they're
Like,
there's a
the
vast
first-
conspiracy, and they're
the
like,
very
"Nah,
first Clone Wars
whatever."
episode is Yoda like, you clones are good people and we love you. And then episode 3, the millisecond Yoda thinks the clones are evil, he's like, execution time.
I'll just kill all.
How about we just slime them all out?
No, Obi-Wan, listen, we're just gonna kill all of them, dude. It's also
Yeah.
still so funny to me that in Revenge of the Sith, they storm the temple, kill literally everybody, and then Obi-Wan and Yoda pull up, and obviously there's less clones, but and they just murder all of them.
and then they just have security camera footage of Chancellor Palpatine being like, "Oh, I'm big evil," and they're like, "Let's make sure the Senate doesn't see this." I know
They
we're
were like,
framed.
let's
I know we're
let's
framed,
not
and this
download
obviously
this.
would clear the Jedi name, and everyone would know that that it's good. Let's make sure no one can see this. And
Let's
Anakin
just leave it here.
Anakin, how about that's another one? Anakin like going. This is why we got it. This is why we got to do a Revenge of the Sith debate where like you need to steel man the movie against me.
Yeah,
But
dude.
we have to set it. We have to set it though. It's gonna have to be like we have to probably
I-
do no Clone Wars as like excuses for why things can happen. Because
yeah.
A, that would probably hurt you more than it would help you. And then B,
What, Clone Wars existing?
well, I'm just saying, like, if I go, this is a problem, and you go, well, technically in Clone Wars, as like
Yeah,
the
no, that would
justification,
hurt way
it would
more.
help you with certain things, and then we'd get to one thing, and then I'd just be like, oh, okay, so
You'd get
so
to
why
the
isn't
whole
Ahsoka?
movie, and it's like,
Yeah, there'd be like three things. You'd be like, well, if you, the relationship between Obi-Wan and Anakin's actually developed really well in Clone Wars, and it's just like, yeah, okay, but what about
but like,
but
nah.
what about everything else? Yeah,
Yeah.
but dude, because I kind of never really like thought about Revenge of the Sith in the vacuum of not thinking through all the retcons and all of the lore videos I've watched on the back end of like, this is why this makes sense. You know,
Yeah.
like Star Wars Theory's got a great video out there. Like Hayden Christensen played Anakin perfectly, and it's like, you know what? This is a fun idea.
This is cool. They definitely meant this the whole time.
Yeah, you know, so it's like, but then you kind of forget.
And then
that
you
if
see
if you just watch the prequels, it's like, what in the world is Padme and Anakin's relationship?
Dude, because she, like, at the end of one, she, like, just smiles at him and, like, it's like, guys.
Yeah, well, they're like friends, though. You know, it's like,
Yeah, but it wasn't like a.
that's like older.
Hey,
that's
we
like
did
older,
it, pal. It was like
that's
a.
like best friend's older sister type thing. You know, it's just no. I mean,
That's
they just
fair.
retook a whole planet. You know, so it's like
That's fair.
it
That's
wasn't.
fair, but
It's not a pervy smile. She's not like, oh, that kid's
Yeah.
9 years old. I'm into that. No, but
that's fair. But
you know,
it's
it's just
weird.
the
It
next
is
movie
weird
where
to
he's
go
like,
from
I
that to-
executed all of the kids, and she's like,
I
that's
killed a
so,
bunch-
that's like
she's
so
like-
hot and stuff.
That's really hot. Hold on.
But yeah, he goes from Anakin, hero of the Republic, devastated over killing Mace Windu, and Palpatine's like, all right, in order to maybe save Padme, you got to go kill all those kids, and he's like, yeah, all right,
Yeah, cool.
let's do it.
All right. I guess since I killed one guy kind of on purpose,
Guess I'm
but not
just the
really.
Yes, I'm just a murderer now, and I'm gonna
Guess-
go murder. I'm gonna go execute all those kids.
I'm gonna go kill those kids and then my best friend.
Even the best friend thing is what it's just him just like going like, all right, now that I got a manslaughter charge on Mace Windu because Palpatine can help me save Padme, I'll go kill those kids. Even though Palpatine goes, if we work together, we can find the secret together to save Padme.
He's really like, yeah, I can't do it.
He's
yet.
like Anakin, we are gonna save Padme, and then Anakin
We're gonna
helps-
get.
Anakin's
He's like,
and
hey,
then Anakin's
we're
like,
gonna
helps
get
me, he's like-
around to doing that.
and he's like, okay, well, once we figure it out, we can go to it. Then we'll
It's
be
like
good.
it's like something you really don't want to do, but you don't want to break the news, and you're just like, I'm busy right now, but eventually I would really love to help you do that sometime.
Yeah, dude. I love the prequels. Don't get me wrong.
I
but,
love
dude,
watching them,
they
but
are-
I
they are
don't
not
love
good.
thinking about.
And also, when I say I love the prequels, dude, Attack of the Clones sucks. Like, I don't really even love Attack of the Clones.
Dude, I
love Qui-Gon Jinn, and I love Revenge of the Sith. That's about what I love about the prequels, to be honest. I like watching Revenge of the Sith.
I love watching all of them.
I don't watch Attack of the Clones. It's the one Star Wars. Okay, the one actual Star Wars movie. You know what I mean? That I don't actually. I don't.
What,
that
you
I
don't
would
watch?
never.
You don't rewatch Solo? You don't rewatch Rise of Skywalker?
Dude, I was literally just thinking about Solo. That movie's so stupid. The origin of like where they're like, we're gonna get an origin for
Dice.
literally
The Dice.
every single thing he had.
His
How'd he get
name,
his
the
last name? How'd he
Dice.
get his jacket? How'd he get his best friend? How'd he get his ship? How'd he get his dice? How'd he get his enemy with Lando? How'd he get?
Yeah, it's like, guys, can we just like? He was
How'd he
an
get attraction to brunettes? How do you?
he was an outlaw for like a
How do you get a
long
Kessel Run?
time.
How do you-
He could have done some of that stuff not in this one movie. In his origin movie, he did everything he's famous for.
They didn't even. Not even the one thing that like, kind of is a question almost of like what really happened with the whole Jabba. Like, why is Jabba after him? And they didn't do that one, which would have
Nope.
been actually like a question.
Yeah.
Maybe okay. It's probably just not gonna work in general, but you know, maybe it would have
Yeah.
been something there. In Solo,
Also, Kira is just
worse. She's in Star Wars Outlaws, dude. Okay. Similarly to how like all of the black hobbits have to get genocided in between Rings of Power and the start of Fellowship.
yeah.
So when did the Empire get really based and just fire all of the female stormtroopers who are in Star Wars Outlaws? Because it takes place like 2 or 3 years. It's like 2 or 3 years maybe before Return of the Jedi. Like it's not that.
And it's like they
there's-
didn't have
bro,
any,
and
and
it's-
then they hired like a bunch, and then they were like,
It's not
"Whoa,
like-
you guys suck," and fired them.
It's not like
I think actually the lore is probably K-Vest murdered every single one of them mercilessly.
it's like how do they go like sometime with like 6 months before the start of Return of the Jedi, Emperor Palpatine was just like, these bitches suck.
These ladies just, they're not doing it. We got
these guys, they're not very good. I knew we shouldn't have started hiring women in the first place, but that Iden Versio chick can stick around, I guess.
yeah,
She's
all
the only
right.
one though. She's the only
pretty
one
cool.
though.
She's pretty cool.
What do you mean? What do you mean she's lame as hell? No, she can stay. It's fine.
No, she's fine. She's cool.
I agree. She's lame as shit, but she's got to stick around though. It's not that big a deal.
She was technically kind of a part of like a cool Luke story, so she can stay around.
But not really.
But she also didn't exist at the same time.
Yeah, dude, this I was thinking about that because it was after you said K-Vest is gonna show up in the Star Wars movie at some point. I was like,
Dude.
hold on a second. there's this an abundance of female stormtroopers in this game. You know, it was at least like, you know, because it's kind of like with like the shore troopers in Rogue One. It was at least like they were all on Scarif before it kabloomed up.
Yeah, or it's like, you know, you were never on a different ocean planet really that much.
Yeah, I guess they technically weren't, right?
So it's
Yeah.
like, all right.
I mean, to an extent, but you'd think that armor would be used on Tatooine. Instead, they were just like, let's just stick with the normal white armor, but give him a little orange shoulder pad.
Also, like, we're not sending any death troopers after
They're all dead. They're all dead.
all of them.
They're all dead.
All
They
of them?
couldn't train. That's expensive to keep training.
They're
them.
death troopers, bro. They're all
Oh wait,
dead.
shoot! There are death troopers in Return in Outlaws. Well, no wait, it makes sense because in Outlaws you have to go find them, so the rebels just never went and found them. It would be like
The rebels were like, why the hell would we
when-
do that?
when they were attacking the shield generator on Endor. They were like, "Hey, yo, Han, 2.5 kilometers away. there's
Come
some
get
death
us, bro.
troopers."
Come get us.
Yo, hey Han, there's some death troopers 2.5 kilometers away. You see or where? You can come get them. You can go get them, bro.
You can
Go
go
wipe
kill
your-
them, and then they
go
won't
wipe
be
your
after you
computer.
anymore. It's like, are they gonna kill me? And they're like, no. But
Exactly.
they're
And
after
like,
you.
they're
though.
there though. There's a big red.
They're
thing
gonna
now.
they're gonna
Like,
be
ooh,
over there
ooh.
by you for the foreseeable future. So
Yeah, crap. I was trying to help them out, but yeah, that's right. They're in Outlaws, so technically they aren't
Yeah.
all on Scarif. Because that's the one thing you have with Rogue One is the shore troopers. You'd be like, they're all on Scarif. Even though it is still dumb logic, but like technically you never see them again, so
yeah, it's like
It worked.
Whatever. It's okay. Whatever.
well, at least I bet the First Order had some. Bet the First Order had some.
The who?
Well, they're from TLJ. Remember when Luke drank that titty milk?
Now we're the Last Order. They really thought that shit was tough in Rise of Skywalker. They were like, huh.
Is that a line?
Yeah, they become the Last
Dude,
Order.
I haven't seen Rise of Skywalker since release night in the theater when it came out.
Kel, I haven't thought about that.
Well, I think of somehow Palpatine returned at least once a month. But everything else in that movie, I literally has never crossed my mind.
I forgot that happened until it literally just popped into my head a minute ago.
I remember they
when
fly
you
now.
said First Order, I was like, oh
I
wait,
remember they fly
they were
now
the
and
Last Order.
Yeah, they fly now and somehow Palpatine returned.
And the freaking knife of the 1,000-year-old.
The dagger with the
This is like if I found a 1,000-year-old spear with a jagged edge that matched a car crash from 30 years ago, and inside was
a boat crash.
Yeah, a boat crash.
Yeah, do you think when J.J. Abrams was laying on the ground thinking of that idea, this is what? Hold on, come on, where's it at? Do you think like the producers walked up to him and just gave him this face? Let me, as soon as I get to pull it, he was like landing. He's like, "What if we have this dagger, right?" And then everyone's just like looking at him like this, like he was just sliding on the ground. They're just like, "Dude, really?
Like, are you serious?" And then they hand him a wineskin.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about A Night of Seven Kingdoms, not Rise of Skywalker. Yeah. That'll be the next couple of weeks while we have bad things.
It's only.
Oh, I guess I did mention
5 minutes into the episode.
I guess I did mention
pacing pretty well.
Well, not anymore because I gotta give a quick review. I watched that How to Make a Killing movie.
Oh, was it good?
It was really entertaining for about 2/3, and then the third act sucks.
So it's like a reverse A24. Like, I know it is A24, but it's like the reverse of their normal.
I haven't really seen enough A24 movies, I guess. Is that like a common thing that happens with them?
Yeah, like the main complaint about all of their movies is it's like, it was.
Well, I'm just trying to think.
But
Civil War.
It was boring for most of it,
Civil
and
War
then the end was
all
kind of
three
cool.
acts. Civil War sucked for all 3 acts. Warfare was good the whole time. Marty Supreme was all right the whole time.
Well,
is that the
this isn't a smart. This is like a public.
I'm just trying to think. Of through A24 movies I've even seen at this point. But yeah, I don't know. It's like I wanted it to be better than it was, but yeah. I mean, it's fun.
Like most things.
The kills are kind of clever. The character's interesting. He's not likable, but that's kind of the point of him. And it feels like there's a good message, like there's a good lesson to take, and it's building up to it, and they're kind of just like, it's really not even the full third act. Like the third act, I wouldn't say is terrible, but the ending just kind of sucks. So basically, the whole thing is he gets put in jail for a murder he didn't do, even though he killed all those other people. Like it was actually a guy's suicide, and essentially, while he was killing all these people, he eventually got a really good life before he finished killing all of them, but he didn't. So, it's a whole thing. And then the last guy he killed in self-defense. So he gets the fortune. He's got his new wife. He stole Danny Rand's girl, Jessica Henwick. That's her name. I couldn't think of it. But he had this childhood crush who she's married to this other guy, but he's broke. So she blackmails him at the end because she knows that he's killing all these people to steal the money. And then so he's in jail, he's about to be executed, and she's essentially you have to sign everything you have over to me, and I'll release the suicide note of my husband who you didn't kill, but we framed to make it look like he killed himself. And then she does, and he gets out of prison, and Jessica Henwick's waiting for him there, and it's because she only she was only not happy with him because it was pretty clear he murdered this guy. Because he never told her about the other 6 people he killed. And then she hands him something and then just leaves. And it's she's still mad at him. But I'm sitting here and I'm like, technically, based off your logic, the only thing that you're mad at him for, he's been acquitted of. That doesn't make sense. It also kind of destroyed the message of the movie they're going for of like, dream small, like not, don't let your ambitions blind you from like
Yeah.
the good thing you have going. And then he ends up going with the childhood crush who blackmailed him. So he's like trapped eternally, but he has the fortune he always wanted. It's weird. It's really good until that third act. It's really
Mm.
I wouldn't say really good. It's really entertaining, I'd say, until that like the kind of ending. I was kind of like, that is not satisfying and stupid and doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen Crime 101, and I think I probably just won't, but
Yeah.
that movie I keep looking at it, I'm like, that looks pretty good, and then I'm like, but it also kind of doesn't, so I'll watch it, and I know I'm not going to.
Yeah. Alright.
If I had between those two, I had more hope that the How to Make a Killing one was gonna be good, and I thought it kind of was. It has a Gabe from The Office, and he's one of the family members
Oh.
that. Yeah, he's one of the family members that Glenn Powell has to kill, which is kind of funny. And he was like dating Jessica Henwick before he killed, before Glenn Powell killed him. Oh, and this came in since last week, so
Oh, heck yeah.
So,
Wait,
it's
it's the graphic, right? The graphic novel. Tough.
Yeah. Yep, it is the graphic novel.
Very cool.
It's a cool image. It's Aryan and Dunk.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So now I got this one, and I got this one. So, and you just can't get Mystery Night. That's just not an option. There's a hardcover one, but it's going for like $100 on eBay. So
yeah, that's what I heard. It's
so
insane.
that's just not an option. I don't know why they're not printing them, but
if you go on a boat, then you can you can hear the books being read. You just have to like go out to sea for a little bit, and then you actually don't even have to go to sea. You can just go to YouTube. But
okay, well, yeah, that's just not even on. That's just yeah. All right,
but
Night of the Seven Kingdoms. The finale is here, episode 6, The Morrow, which is the wrap up. Most Game of Thrones adjacent shows, seasons, they're all like this, right? You get the penultimate. That's when the Red Wedding. That's on the penultimate episode of whatever season. Does Boromir die on the penultimate episode of season 1? Is that or is that at the Red Wedding? I don't know these characters.
No, it's not at the Red Wedding. That's a whole different set of characters.
I don't know anything about.
I don't remember, honestly. I think so. It might be I think it's the second to last, probably. But
Ned Stark.
Also, if you live in Westeros, don't have a super public wedding, because you will die. It happens twice.
Oh, the episode he dies in is titled Baelor? That's kind of crazy.
Wait, it is?
Apparently.
Oh, I didn't.
Season 1, episode 9 of Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. Yeah, Baelor. So, yeah, that's interesting.
Hold on, let me look up why it's called Baelor.
I'm looking right now, but you can. Anyway, so last episode ended with, speaking of Baelor, the death of Baelor Targaryen.
It's just Sept. Okay.
Yapping over there?
It wasn't anything interesting.
Okay. And anyway, we open with that image I showed a second ago that I can try to pull back up of lineup. First off, we open with jazz music, which is a little weird, but
it was weird. And it was like, it wasn't consistent through the episode or anything. Like, there wasn't different music at this point. Like for the rest of the show.
This has happened. It happened in the end of episode 3. There was like a weird music choice. It wasn't jazz, but it's like, I guess the stretch is like, it's jazz music is chaotic, and Lionel is a chaotic guy, and jazz
kinda.
That's probably the stretch. But yeah, a little weird with the jazz music, but Lionel's sitting there, and Doug is like, They
Just
offer him his
staring.
ale skin, and yeah, Lionel lays next to him as his maester tends to dunk, and he essentially invites him back to the Stormlands to you love him like a brother, and then the maester informs Lionel that Dunk is gonna die, and Lionel's just like, "Oh, shut up, you're wrong," and like
Yeah.
sends him off. And I
He's
guess
like,
that was true. Like Dunk gets completely he lives, so it's kind of
yeah.
like
Yeah, because his maester says like his wounds are beyond me, and
he's
Lionel's
mortified.
like
Yeah.
an itchy arse is beyond your capabilities. The
But
man is dying, my lord.
yeah.
It's so funny.
But essentially, Dunk turns down Lionel. Does he give a reason for it?
Let me look.
Things like death and destruction everywhere he goes.
Yeah, and then they talk about Baylor,
Yep.
which it's a really good conversation. Lionel basically says Baylor didn't risk anything. Um, Dunk saying like, Baylor fought for me, and then Lionel says, he, Harding, Beesbury, the Apple Boy, what he calls him, they all like fought for him and
Does he even
risked.
mention Robin Reisling?
I don't think so, because probably because he lived and he's known as the maddest knight in the Seven Kingdoms, so he's like whatever
Man,
about him, but
He wasn't fighting for Dunk. He was fighting for the gods.
yeah, he was just like he was doing his own thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was basically saying like Baylor didn't risk anything. He was fighting against three people sworn to protect him, and then
And his
like
family.
and
Who
his
probably weren't gonna
family
kill him.
who weren't gonna kill him. And then Stefan, but Stefan wasn't really.
Yeah, Stefan Bosway is gonna just go out of his way to go
Yeah,
execute Baylor.
Stefan wasn't gonna kill anybody in that thing. He was literally just there for the lordship, and then he was just trying to get out.
To show off his new armor. He got his new armor and he wanted everyone
Yeah,
to
it was
see
like,
it. He was like, "Yes, check this
everybody
out."
look at my my tough ass armor.
Yeah. So yeah, it's an interesting idea. I like it fits Lionel, right?
It really does
not
fit Lionel
doesn't
well.
like the Targaryens, which is known. Also, I think this goes back to my point I was making last week of like, why is he not trying to kill Maekar? I feel like he would be trying way harder to kill Maekar than
Yeah.
that. So that I was saying that last week, but
I did like the line or he was a fraud and the gods don't favor a fraud. It's kind of a callback to right before the trial where Reisling asked when Baylor was saying about like taking care of the King's Guard, Reisling asked if that was honorable, and he'd say, "Well, let the gods decide," and then he died. So
yeah, I mean it's an interesting perspective. I don't. I think most people are obviously like, no, that's obviously Lionel's being crazy, but is he really? I mean,
it's like
obviously Baylor technically did risk something.
He did because he did die, but also Lionel's perspective is also right because like this is what I miss about like well-written shows in movies is that characters can have an argument and you aren't like, well, he's obviously wrong. This is stupid. It's like, shit, he kind of has a point. Like I'm on Dunk's side, but I mean, you can't say Lionel doesn't have a point.
The point Lionel is making is wrong, but what he's saying isn't necessarily because the point he's making is Baylor wouldn't have stepped in to help Dunk if it wasn't the King's Guard and his family on the other side who knew weren't going to kill him, which is the point. That's the point Lionel's making, which is incorrect. He probably like the whole point is he would have stepped in no matter what because Dunk just protect the innocent. That's what a true knight would do. But honest, like kind of almost the idea of like Dunk being so tore up about Baylor specifically when both the Humphreys did also die. Like Beesbury's the only like Humphrey Harding, he probably was he there for Dunk? Yeah, but also he probably just wanted a chance to try to stab Arian for killing his horse and breaking his leg. Lionel was there because it was Dunk, but he also would have fought on anyone's side if he got a chance to fight the King's Guard and the Targaryens. Raymond is probably Raymond, and then whatever Beesbury's beef is. Like
I don't know. Like, I guess just
those two were like the most. Those two were probably the most like they were convinced because it was a noble cause. Robin Reisling, I think he's just insane.
Yeah, Beesbury is the only one where I'm like, why did he fight? But
Yeah,
other than
yeah,
that, all the other ones have like a reason. Beesbury,
exactly.
I'm kind of like, eh,
It's the idea of like,
he's, you know.
but it's also like, shouldn't Dunk be like Beesbury had no reason to fight for me and he died doing it?
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, it's like obviously I think it's a little it's more nuanced, but it's a nuanced discussion. Lionel is technically wrong with what he's implying, but is what he's is could you read into it more of like he does have some correct
Yeah,
idea here. Like, Baylor
it's like you
didn't.
can, at the very least, you can understand his perspective.
Yeah. Yep. And then
And then he asked Dunk to go with him to Storm's End, and then Dunk doesn't really answer, and Lionel just says, "Good, I'll see you after the roast." And then
also, dude, I love how his crutch is antlers.
is his antlers.
He's got antlers as a crutch. Just
It's so.
everyone in this show is like really into their sigil. We'll
I
get to
really
it
like
later.
it though.
We'll
I
get to it
like the
later with
like.
Beesbury, like because Beesbury is just
These
insane.
berries is insane.
But yeah,
But like
like
I like
everybody.
how, because the main in like the mainline Game of Thrones, it's like Targaryens, theirs is a dragon because they have dragons, and then the Starks, it's like they're from the north, there's direwolves, whatever. It's kind of a thing. But then the
Mhm.
Lannisters, it's like they don't have lions because their thing isn't a lion because they have a lion. It's because of like their personalities. I really like how in this the houses and stuff are like just really into whatever their sigil is. I think it's
Yeah,
like a cool, like we have like country pride in the Olympics and stuff. They're like proud of their sigils. I think that's like it's cool.
yeah. I do love just like still just so. Like I love the line. Then I'll hate you like a brother because
Hmm.
it's. I mean, we talked about it. It's just interesting. I'd love to see these characters where if their story when their story ends with the fight between Dunk and Lionel.
Hmm.
There's an interesting point, of finality, I guess, in that of what could happen there. So yeah, I
Hmm.
just love how it's so inconsiderate he is. Like Dunk is clearly still not. And he says, "I'll see you after the roast," and then it cuts to Baylor's funeral pyre,
Hmm.
which I guess is a closed off funeral, because only Targaryens are there. The King's Guard, the King's Watch, and the guy what Lord Dondarrion, which at
Yeah.
first I was like, that's
It
weird, but
it
it's because
looks like there's
Baylor's
a.
well, so Baylor's wife is a Dondarrion,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is why he's there. So that's kind of a cool, clever.
It looks like there's maybe like a bracken or
Let's see,
something in
Maester.
the back. A
I
bracken
mean,
or a blackwood, maybe.
and Valar's
Um,
wife is there.
yeah, Valar's wife, who is book accurate.
Yeah, weirdly.
Yeah, it's funny that the like
'Cause it
the
just
woman
looks.
with the woman
There's
with
this. This
dyed
is the
pink
only
hair
guy who
is
I
book
don't. This is
accurate.
the only guy who's just out of place here. Is this
Yeah,
guy.
that guy. I was like, he might be a
I don't
blackwood.
know. I don't know what he is.
I know he's not the one that like stood up and farted,
Yeah.
but he's probably a
That'd be
bracken or a
kind of
blackwood.
funny. It'd be kind of funny if that guy was like, "It should have been me." So he
It
showed up to
should
the
have been
funeral.
me.
It's like Baylor shouldn't have died, but I had to make a fart joke. Yeah, dude, the only thing that this episode's kind of pissed me off a bit more is I really like Valar's actor, and I wish we could see more of him because,
Hmm.
dude, I know we kind of asked about it earlier, but he's technically next in line to the throne if they follow
Yeah,
the book logic.
yeah,
Um,
because it doesn't go to the next brother, so it doesn't
yeah.
go to Baylor's brother. It goes to Baylor's sons, and then if
Which from
he
watching the
died,
behind the
then it would go to
scenes,
the next.
so the actor has two different colored eyes, and I didn't even notice this, but they gave Baylor a contact lens to match
That's
the two
really
different
cool.
colored eyes. Yeah, I didn't even notice
I
that, and
didn't
they kind of
notice
said
that.
that. They said that in the behind the scenes. They were like, "It's just a little detail no one will notice," but
Dude, people
they
with
did
two
it.
different colored eyes are just like cooler and more awesome.
I,
Just
dude, I, I
it's just
love
like a really cool genetic mutation to have. Like,
Valar.
I don't know.
Valar's actor looks like Robert Pattinson to me,
He kind of does a
but I
little
guess
bit.
this is kind of the first look you see of the white streak in his hair, right? I don't even know that they showed this the rest of the
Yeah, the way it was shot before, this is pretty much the first time you see the white
the
streak in his hair.
Targaryen streak. But yeah, so I was kind of confused why Lord Dondarrion was there. It's because Baelor's wife is Dondarrion.
Yeah.
Yeah, Prince Valar's here. So basically, Dunk approaches. Um, but yeah, my best guess is that it was like a private funeral.
Yeah, I think it
Um,
probably was. Dude, the conversation with Valar is really good.
yeah,
He says, plenty of sons have died in their father's armor, but how many fathers have died in their son's armor? That was a really good
yeah, and
line.
he kind of gives, he just kind of brutally honest dunk. He's like, why would the gods allow you to live?
Mm-hmm.
Like why you of all people are you allowed to live and not my father going to be a great king? And kind of giving Dunk some imposter syndrome that becomes important. Kind of Dunk's journey through this episode is dealing with that. And
Mm-hmm.
dude, I mean, so I was hoping that maybe now that Valar's next in line of king, there'd be some more good stuff at some point, but apparently he dies before the next story even starts. Dude,
Yeah,
freaking,
I
freaking
wasn't
gets
gonna
the
say.
flu. He gets freaking spring sickness, like, and he just
Yeah,
dies. So I'm just
I
like,
that,
okay, bro, come on. I like this. I like everything about the idea of this character. I just don't get anything with him. I don't know. I just wish,
yeah.
like, it's
When you
kind of
were saying like it was a week or two ago, you were saying something about you thought they might be cutting out the other two brothers of Baelor and Maekar.
yeah.
I know they aren't because he has to die from the sickness, and then the basically the shittier brother has to take over as king, and he's more easily manipulated and commonly believed like puppeteered by Bloodraven.
I'm
So
trying to.
that yeah, Valar he dies. But I like the way they talk about it a lot in the second book. Is it's just like there's a
Dude, Google AI is the worst.
yeah, it sucked. There's a
I
drought,
li-
and then they just say like anyone who died from that sickness, they just say they died in the spring, even though it
okay, just
was like 2 years before or a year
I was
before,
trying to
whatever.
look up Makar's actor. So here's what comes up thanks to Google AI. Actor Finn Bennett. His character is Prince Aerion Brightflame Targaryen, and his role is second son of Maekar Targaryen. That's not what I looked up. Thanks though.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. So that's just
Ma-
so helpful.
Makar was really good in this episode.
I'm just
For
trying to find there. It was an interview clip. The second. So but yeah, I like the Valar. I just I'm just kind of annoyed because I would love to see him because I feel like even he like the idea of him having to now become king. He knows like his father would have been a great king. How does he handle that knowing what his father died for? There's an interesting story to be told there, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not gonna happen. So he doesn't even get anything. This is the one. Is this the only time he's even spoken in the show?
Um, he might have said a word,
I don't think
but
he did.
this is like the first time he's
There's
ever
the
been
moment. I mean, he
focused
was in
on.
the first, so he showed up, and Egg said he was the favorite.
Yeah,
Which is kind of
you
funny.
you
He's
literally
like
just see him.
older cousin. He's like, no, my older cousin's so tough.
Yeah, he's
He's
like,
the
nah,
favorite.
he's gonna beat the shit out of my brother. My brother
Yeah, but then
sucks.
Arian shows up, and he's like, I won't embarrass you, and like that's it. You don't see him again.
Yeah, and it's
Until
also
this.
so funny because from like what I know of the two of them, Valar would wipe the floor with Arian. So it's like it's
Yeah,
funny that Arian's so cocky and confident, but he like realistically he's getting flattened by
would have been interesting. I do
Valar.
love the show he got, but there was some stuff of like if it had just stayed a normal like basic
Yeah, if it
tournament,
had
like
literally
there would have
just
been
been
some
a
interesting
tournament,
stuff there of like
it would have been super interesting.
eventually you would have got Valar and Arian, and
That's also that's a
maybe Arian cheats against Valar, and now he matches up with Dunk, and that's the finale. It's like
mhm.
yeah, because it was kind of set up that way. It was like first Dunk's gonna have to beat Stefan Fossway. That's like his first big test, and then
Yeah, it's like
eventually,
okay, Stefan's gonna be like our first mini boss that he has to beat,
But
and then he's
I mean,
gonna get
obviously,
like
I love the show we got. I think we got the better show, but there's
yeah,
so much stuff there of
but it
like,
would it like
yeah,
the story we didn't get is also super cool and compelling.
yeah,
Um,
exactly.
and I do like in book 3, it for a lot of it, it basically just is a tournament, and you actually get you actually get some of the tournament,
Yep.
which is cool. But um,
All right.
well, at least he was
So he says, "Be gone with you, Sir Duncan." Right. That's what he.
Yep.
As it fades to Ashford. Hold on. What does he say here? The greatest what of the dragon? Hold on. I can't even understand what he's saying. The greatest since so he's saying his dad would have been the greatest since Aegon the Dragon. Is that the Aegon the Conqueror? Is that who is that Aegon the Dragon, or is that one of the other Aegons? He's not the fat Aegon who made all his bastards. Who made all his bastards legitimate, I'd assume. That'd be kind of insane.
He is Aegon the Conqueror.
That'd be kind of an insane comparison, Vallard. He's like, yeah, my dad would be the best Aegon since that fat one who ruined everything. Or it's just like that's what you're first to egg as. He's the best Targaryen since my 10-year-old cousin.
It was the best Targaryen since my shitty little cousin.
Yeah, Dunk goes back to Ashford after Vallard dismisses him, and he's walking and he spots Raymond Fossaway, who has everyone's packing up basically now. Tournament's over, which is what Lionel's first line was. It's been a great tournament, and he's like packing up to leave. But even that, dude, it would have been great to have Lionel and Dunk build a friendship. While we get to see Lionel be like a legendary jouster, like
and then maybe kind of like show Dunk the ropes a bit, give him some pointers about how to beat somebody, point out like, hey, this person has this weakness, whatever. That would have been cool.
Yep.
Obviously that wasn't the show.
Raymond and Dunk talk a bit. Dunk says everyone blames me. Raymond's like, I don't.
And then Raymond's like, I can't believe you went to his funeral because it's like your fault he's dead. At least from their point of view.
Yep. Dunk looks over and sees Raymond's new sigil as well as his shitty tent.
Yeah, I think last week I was complaining about not getting the line about the green apple, but we got it this episode. I was fine with him switching that around. I'm just glad we got it.
Yeah, the green apple here.
The green apple Fossaways are still around in the Game of Thrones time period. So
yeah, well, I guess we might be getting a little bit of a lore change with how they get their start here. But
yeah, maybe she'll die.
Stefan basically kicked Raven out because he beat his ass. And he's being a sore loser.
He dishonored the family by kicking his ass.
Yeah, he's being a sore loser. So he threw Raymond out, kicked his stuff out, and said he can't have his sigil anymore. I mean, I don't know that he said that, but Raymond basically chooses to make his own sigil at the very least. Still talking to he restates his freaking apple puns about being rotten to the core and better to be underdog. That's the conversation he had with Dunk when they first met.
Yeah.
But freaking puns about how sigil being an apple. And then he reveals that he's got a wife now. It's the redheaded prostitute who keeps showing up in the show.
Yeah. I saw someone said they thought she was the Red Widow from the second book, which is not.
I think she's just a whore.
Yeah, well, no, because she has kind of a similar name. So I saw.
Well,
she's that,
her name's Rowan,
it's like Rowan,
right? And the other one's Rohan.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's not the same person, but
yeah. But basically, she's got a child, and Raymond doesn't know how freaking pregnancy works, so he thinks it's his kid, I guess. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't really know what to think about this. I think this is kind of supposed to be funny. That was a little weird. I don't know. I didn't get much out of this scene.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of weird. I think they acted it well with like how Dunk was kind of awkward and she kind of
when
new,
Raymond doesn't
but
know how it works, so he's like, they're just making out and all over the place because
yeah,
Raymond doesn't know. He's like, I got a girlfriend or wife, I guess. Um, yeah,
yeah. It was kind of weird,
it's
but
pretty whatever until the this isn't the King's Guard. I don't know what these guys' jobs are, but
they're just like guards.
they roll up to but they're not they wouldn't be guards, I'd assume, because King's Guard. So
They're just like just guards, just the word
yeah, but
guards.
I'm saying I don't know what their official title is, but yeah, these Guardians
Yeah.
of the King. These guys, like, kind of security, your basic Secret Service guys, roll up, and Raymond's like, "Not actually, he's not going with you." And because they basically Makar is requested to see Dunk,
Mm-hmm.
and Dunk's just like, "It's all right, I'll go talk to him." So Dunk hobbles his way up to Lord Ashford's castle and into the room with Makar. And dude, the one thing that's great is everyone's jacked up, like
Yeah, everyone from the fight is limping, bruised, beaten to hell.
damaged.
Arian
Some way.
doesn't even wake up in this episode. Like
He's awake in that post-credit scene.
oh yeah, I guess he is. But in the actual like the one scene that he's technically in, he's passed out.
Yeah. But him and Makar have a little chat, and they both are feeling mad guilt. They're both feeling big time guilty over Baylor being dead.
Yeah,
Um,
Makar's gonna send Arian away to the free cities. It says it'll hopefully change him for the better. It's not going to. But then he says, some men will say I meant to kill my brother. The gods know it. It's a lie, but he'll hear the whispers until he's dead. And that's kind of what Makar is known for, is like just having a dreadful life. Like he's kind of
really? In Westeros?
maybe not in Westeros, but as a
No,
character.
I'm saying in this world, really, someone has a dreadful life.
Well, yeah, but well, his is like literally just he's just known for his life sucks and he's utterly miserable all the time
Yeah,
because
and
because
he's
most of his kids suck. His brother, who he actually cared about, is dead.
yeah,
His
he
life
loves
sucks.
his sons, but he's a terrible father, which is
Yeah.
something that the internet seems to have missed. They're like, he's a single father, he's kick ass, and I'm like, did you just not watch the episode?
Yeah, it's like he isn't a good dad. He does love his kids, and
He
he
loves
does.
his kids. He's a terrible father.
He is trying,
That's
but
the
he's
whole
not a
point of
good
the
dad.
episode. Doug goes in. He's like, "Dude, you suck at this." Yeah, basically. So Makar, they talk about this, and he's the line when the fields die. When the crops die, people say Prince Baelor would never let this happen, but the Hedge Knight killed him, and
Mm-hmm.
the Hedge Knight got him killed or whatever. And they kind of talk, and Dunk has kind of dealing with his imposter syndrome. I keep saying imposter syndrome. I think it's more survivor's guilt, probably the proper term. But
Mm-hmm.
he's got survivor's guilt for it. How dealing with the fact that, like, technically everyone could have lived. He just would have lost a hand and a foot.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
he had
he's
to have
like,
fought.
well, he says, I was sat thinking under my tree, and basically what he came up with is maybe someday there'll be the
Makar
realm.
goes, what answer did your tree give you?
Yeah, yeah.
He's annoyed. He kind of comes off the impression he is annoyed at Dunk, but he also knows it's entirely Arian's fault, and then
Yeah.
ultimately he's the one who swung the killing blow.
Yeah, he knows all three of them have some portion of the blame,
Well, he knows
as
Dunk
well
doesn't
as
really.
well as
But,
Darren.
like, he knows Dunk doesn't really, but Dunk.
Yeah,
But because Dunk is such a lowly, like, being, I guess, in this world, it's like he can't help but be resentful towards him. But he ultimately probably knows Dunk didn't really do anything
and
wrong. Like,
and he got mixed up with Egg, and that's
Yeah.
something that he's had to deal with.
and
But
he knows it's Egg's fault that Egg went and got him, and Egg freaking ran away to go and followed him.
all the problems that happen in this
he
are
knows it's his
from
sons,
Makar's
like,
kids.
yeah, exactly. Which that's kind of on him because he didn't raise him right, and then
Yeah.
he killed Baylor in the end. So he's got a whole bunch of complex annoyances building up,
Yeah,
and he also is
but
dealing with the fact that Egg, like, he probably is annoyed at Dunk because Egg won't Egg is refusing to serve anyone else except Dunk. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and he says, I can't help but think one day my foot will be will be worth more than a prince's life. And he says, Makar says, not bloody likely, but obviously not we're building up because it'll never get finished. But obviously the
The
ultimate
lore.
Dunk's like character and story is like he's gonna use that foot of his to bash down a door probably at Summer Hall to like save the lives of people. Like that's kind of his whole theme of this episode. We'll get to because basically Sir Arlen kind of sums it up. Like, it's about how make the sacrifice worth it. It's about finishing his story, and that's kind of they're kind of setting that up. It's gonna be a great, satisfying moment if somehow this show survives all the way through 10, 12 seasons or whatever it is, and like ends at Summer Hall with Dunk kicking the door down. Like
Yeah.
that'd be a big moment. Or maybe it won't be then. Maybe it'll be like halfway through he'll save Makar's life and his foot will be involved with something. It's like
Yeah.
obviously
It could be
Speed.
any little thing at any
Exactly.
time.
Well, it's gonna have to be a
Or
big
it
thing
could
'cause
be well,
it's gonna be notable.
I mean, it could be a bunch of, smaller moments that are big.
Yeah. Makar says Egg's old enough to be a squire now, but he refuses to serve any knight but you. He says he's got a place for him at Summer Hall. As well as he's got a good character moment where he gives a little compliment of sorts to Sir Arlen, which is kind of a nice. Because remember when Dunk first asked Baylor if he remembered who Sir Arlen was, Makar was like, "Dude, no one remembers your hedge knight. Get out of here."
Mm-hmm.
And now he's kind of like, "I'm sure your Sir Arlen did all he could. He remembers his name. That's one thing."
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a dream job, especially even for Dunk. Remember, he told Egg maybe House Targaryen will take me in.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Dragon House accepts many hedge knights. So it's like it's a dream job, and he's like, no, I don't want to deal with princes anymore. You are all insane.
Yeah. And then you see Egg eavesdropping.
Yep, Egg's listening. He ain't dropping no eaves. He just wanted his close up.
I ain't dropping no eaves.
And he got his close up. His close up.
You did.
Makar gets his close up. Dunk gets his close up. Egg gets his close up.
I've got nothing but group shots so far.
you had fun and Frodo had one. But Egg's dropping some eaves. Got his hat on. Because I guess they decided Egg didn't have enough drip going.
Dude,
and they gave him a hat.
Actually ridiculous.
And Dunk
fit is. Oh my god!
But Dunk turns him down. So he was going to be trained by the Master of Arms for the Targaryens to finish his training, which is like,
that's like the best, best swordsman.
Live in Summer Hall,
Live
like,
as a lord, basically.
Yep.
Have a prince of the realm squire for you.
You're raising a prince of the realm, essentially.
Yeah.
So
and he shot him down.
Yep, turned him down. He's like, nah, you guys are crazy. And
then he talks with Egg. He asks if he was eavesdropping, and he lies and says no.
Yep. He asks him if he's spying, and Egg's like, no, I wasn't spying. And Dunk's like, yeah, you're spying.
He was like, dude, quit bullshitting. And then I like the way they do this scene in particular because they leave some stuff unspoken, but they still get the message across. Like Egg just says like sir with kind of a question on the end, and Dunk just says I can't.
Yep.
And then Egg says maybe you're not the knight I thought you were, and leaves.
And this is a little callback to Dunk's first thing he said to Egg before he even knew he was Targaryen. He's like, you're better off not squiring for the likes of me. He feels pretty guilty. Everyone he's cared about's died in his life, and he doesn't want Egg to die too. And it's a interesting moment. And yeah, so he goes to leave, and we get our flashback for this episode, right? Yep. You hear the thunder rolling, and we're back to the field from the first scene, and the thunder's rolling, so it's not too far removed from the opening of the show. As it's worth noting because we kind of blow by it earlier in the episode where Lionel says the gods don't favor fraud. Dunk says why they favor me. We're basic. So they did a really good job. They did a really good job of removing all ambiguity except for like the smallest amount of like, was Dunk really knighted?
It's like okay, maybe right after this scene he knighted him, but like
yeah. Um, and even with the context of this flashback, it's kind of still works better. The story overall works better if Dunk wasn't ever really knighted, and the context of this flashback also sets that up even more. But
Mhm.
basically, Arlen's telling him a story about the penny trees, and Dunk says like, "Why'd you never knight me?" And Arlen hasn't moved in a minute, and you're kind of like, "Oh, he's dead." Peter Claffey does some good acting, starts crying before Arlen wakes back up and says, "A true knight always finishes his story." Which is not a line about George R. R. Martin, but it's very funny because that's
It
all anyone immediately thought of.
Yeah, it wasn't written that way, but that's literally the only way it will be interpreted.
Yes, which is kind of a shame because it's an important line. It's the whole theme of this episode. It's the theme of Dunk's character. He's a true knight. He's got to finish his story. He's got to make Baylor's sacrifice worth it. He's got to use
Mhm.
that foot of his to finish the story.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically Dunk says you've never been knighted. We know this isn't can't be too far long before Sir Arlen dies. And yeah, so basically, it's kind of like Dunk never got officially knighted. That's another thing. It's set. That would get set up in the world where this all gets finished. Egg eventually will truly knight Dunk or something once he's king, and when he
Mhm.
appoints his king's guard or something like that.
Yeah.
There's stuff that's set up, but we come back, uh, and this is what we were talking about earlier because we're at Humphrey Beesbury's funeral, and the coffin
It
that he's in is being swarmed by bees.
it's ridiculous. Like,
And he had
guys,
a
come
yellow
on.
mustache. like
He was committed to the bit. There's also a King's
exactly.
Guard in the background, I think.
There's two Kingsguard.
Yeah,
And this
which is kind of crazy because
one of them killed him.
one of them, or
They
maybe
probably, I
the
mean,
maybe
they
the
think both of
third
them are there.
one, but
They're paying their respects because he
yeah,
died in battle as a,
yeah.
like
There's also a Targaryen or two with the King's Guard.
yeah, and Darren's there. That. So
Darren's there, piece of shit.
nah, I
Uh,
like
but then I do kind of like Darren, but
Darren.
he is a
And
piece
he's
of
looking
shit.
out for his brother.
He is, but he's still a
Well,
piece of
yeah,
shit.
he's a piece of shit, but he admits it. He knows he's a piece of shit. He says he's going to hell, and they
He's
probably don't have alcohol there.
he's self-aware, and I do like Darren, but he is a piece of shit. Um, but then the horror or Raymond asks. He says it's like some kind of bee magic to keep the bees on it, and the whore comes back and she's like, "No, they just put the
Yep.
queen in there." And then she says, "All the fighting turned his brain to applesauce." And then they kiss some more.
Not a freaking apple blender. Freaking fossilways. And then Doug spots Darren, or he hears Darren
Well,
asking for more ale.
before that, real quick, there's like it shows kids playing, and one of them yells like "Eat shit, dragon whore," and throws something at one of the other ones. This might be a Blackfire Rebellion reference. It might be a reference to what just happened. It could be both. But it's cool little like those kids would have grown up right after the Blackfire Rebellion, so they would have heard about it and been like, that Targaryen bastard, and his whore, whatever. But yeah, I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, you hear Darren asking for more alcohol, and Doug spots him, and he's just pissed at him because that's his first instinct every time he sees Darren is just get pissed at him.
Just to get super fat.
And even Darren's a little jacked up from he took his shot. I'm assuming he's jacked up from where his horse stepped on him.
Probably.
Which that's what happened in the book, right? His horse
I
stepped
think
on him a
so.
bit. We didn't see it at all. That's the one thing I wish we like. That's might be my biggest disappointment from not getting to see other shots. It's just a shot of Darren like just sitting there like, please don't step on me. like after he like just seeing like Raymond smack him in the head or something, he just goes dead on the. But I think it's also kind of interesting. Like if you want to get more into it, it's kind of like from Makar's perspective, why would he hit Baylor so hard? He sees Arian about to die. All he knows about Darren is lying dead on the ground with a horse stamping on him. Like,
Yeah.
for all he knows, he's lost two of his own sons already. Or
Mm-hmm.
he's lost one of his sons and he's about to lose another. So, all his adrenaline launches into hitting Baylor, But yeah, Darren comes here and he's like, Dunk's like, you're the reason he's dead. Which again, kind of funny with Kingsguard members. Probably one of them actually is the one
Literally killed him.
but, but yeah, he's like, you're the reason he's dead. The reason this all happened because he can't justify the trial of 7 if Darren also didn't accuse him.
Mhm.
Which I mean, technically that's probably not true, but I
Um,
mean, Arian, it's his right. He'd still be able to
well, technically
request a
he
trial by 7.
could, but really the reason they let him mainly was because he could justify like, well, Darren also, owes Dunk one. So that's how he was able to actually justify it. So Darren is kind of partially responsible.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to defend Darren.
That's fair.
But yeah. But yeah, he's like, he's still got his same like just whatever. I don't like it's still just like very calm about
Yeah, like
everything.
he
Like
literally
he
he was literally just
wants
like,
someone to put him out of his misery. Like he doesn't want to be here. He's just terrified of his dreams he has. He kind of talks to Dunk a bit
he asks
about
if he's gonna, or if he's gonna let Egg squire for him, if he's gonna take Egg on as a squire.
tells him
He says, I told your father he's not my concern. And then Darren says, my brother wasn't always a monster, and immediately Dunk jumps in and he's like, Egg's not a monster, he's just a boy. And he says he didn't mean Egg, but no doubt will make a man of him too. Kind of jabbing at like a lot of Targaryens end up mad
we
or
said I wonder if madness is bred in the womb or whatever about Targaryens.
yeah, he says
Yeah.
like perhaps the seeds of madness are sown into the womb, as the maesters say. But then he says, Arian was quite the glad child once. He liked fishing.
And it just cuts away.
To
Kind of weird. It feels
a
like it's
knife
cut
and
short, but
it does, but it cuts to a knife in a fish.
yeah, an Egg realizes his hair's coming back.
Mm-hmm. Dude, this scene it's
And he's
good.
got his knife. He's gonna go. It's implied he's gonna go kill him. What if he's just gonna go chop Arian's balls off and make him a sister?
That would have been fun. Honestly, I would damn near support that change for the show. But yeah, the symbolism here is really good because Egg sees, earlier it says he chopped his hair off. Well, Darren cut his hair, but he says he doesn't want his hair because it would make him look like Arian, and he doesn't want to look like
How do you
Arian.
get a clean shave going like that in Wester? How does that happen?
You don't, but you just don't. But it looks better. But Egg feels his hair in the mirror, and the symbolism of like he doesn't want to be like Arian, and the hair's starting to grow in, and he starts to do something that's a lot like something Arian had done to him, and it's probably something that Arian would do in this situation. And it's kind of another theme of this episode is like, if Egg stays with the Targaryens, this is the path he could go down and end up like Arian, like Darren.
I mean, that's not really a theme, but
it's not a theme, but it's a story point that's pushed. And then right as Egg is walking up to the bed, he sees Maekar sitting there. He starts crying a little bit. Some more fantastic acting from Dexter.
Can we start firing people? Like, is this like this 11-year-old kid's out acting everything Pedro Pascal's ever done?
Yeah.
So like, and most actors, like can we start firing people? Like Zendaya still acts, and Gal Gadot still gets jobs.
Yeah.
Enough
champagne to fill the Nile.
To fill the Nile. Kal-El, no.
No.
Great acting from Dexter Soul Ansel. Whoa, again, wow. Crazy.
Grass still green.
Crazy. More news at 7.
Fossaway is still making apple puns.
Yeah. Yeah, just so much is said in one scene without any words being spoken. It's great.
Yeah.
Maekar showing he does really care about his son, but he just,
he's not the best father. But he cares.
He doesn't know how, but he cares about him.
Yeah.
And Dunk rolls back up. Makar's like, dude, we got to get out of here, bro. Like saying that to one of
Yeah,
his like guards. He's like, well,
he's
he's
like,
like, I'm
make
ready
it
to leave.
quick. We're getting out of here.
Like, we gotta leave. This place sucks. Freaking this freaking chick rolls back up. This is for a second awkward moment in the season where she
And
rocks up to Dunk and she like she's like, I don't blame you for ruining my birthday, which yeah.
she's like, this is an awful thing that they did to you. He's like, thanks.
Ruined her
And then she
naming day,
leaves.
I guess. She was gonna be named like the Queen of Beauty or whatever.
Yeah.
Super weird. Like it's kind of funny, I guess, but it's the second time that she's rolled up and had a random interact, which I guess that's kind of the joke. He's waiting to speak to one of the princes again, and it's like, she rolls up to have another awkward conversation with him.
Mm-hmm. And then Makar walks in and Dunk says, before your brother died, he said the realm needed good men. Makar says, what of it? And then he says he'll take Egg onto Squire, but not at Summer Hall. And then he says, I thought you were done with princes. And he says Egg is no prince, not yet. He might be better served away from castles and servants. And then Makar finishes and says his family. And then, Dunk tells him he'll learn to squire as Dunk did. They'll sleep in inns, stables, sometimes under a tree in the hedges. He'll eat hard salt beef when they have to. They'll do what they need to do to get by. And Makar's basically like, a prince isn't going to do that. Like, he's not going to go live in the slums as a peasant, eat hard salt beef. He's the blood of the dragon. And then Dunk, I think what he
Arian, he says Darren probably never slept
in a ditch. Yeah, Darren never slept in a ditch.
And Arian has only ever had prime beef, and pretty bold. He's just telling, third, fourth, however in line to the throne, whose brother just died. He's like, your shit, father.
He's like, yeah, all your kids suck, except for maybe Egg. And then
it's brutal. Yeah, after earlier he told him my foot and hand is gonna be more valuable than your brother. I know that's not what he how he said it, but it's kind of what he said to him.
That's how Makar would interpret it at the very least.
Even maybe that's not how he interpret it, but he's now said those two things to him back to back.
Yeah.
Of like,
and then Makar, the delivery here is really good, but Makar just says he's my last son, which is true for he's literally his last son. He's the youngest, but he's also the only son that hasn't screwed up.
Who's the other one? Aemon.
Aemon. Yeah.
How old is he ish now?
In this, I think he's the third. So he's between Egg and
Arian. I'm
Arian.
assuming, but
yeah. I don't know exactly. I believe he's currently training to be a maester, or he's about to be sent to train to be a maester, because that's why he's not here.
Yep, but he says he can't do it. Very emotional. So Dunk goes back to pack up his things. And Sweetfoot comes back.
With Raymond, baby.
Yep, Raymond bought him Sweetfoot.
With apples on his It's ridiculous. But
yeah, but he bought a Sweetfoot back for Dunk. And Dunk says it's not mine anymore, but which is a line of I'm giving him to you, but also it's because it's Arlen's horse. Arlen was the one who always rode Sweetfoot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a great ending. Dunk, one of the most emotional scenes. Dunk was selling Sweetfoot off. Kind of how long ago that felt that was the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he obviously needed to do it because without Sweetfoot, he wouldn't have had his armor. Without his armor, he'd be very dead.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just a great moment. He's like, Sweetfoot can go live on the orchard. Raymond commits cannibalism. Needs a green apple. Just a true, true mate. A good lad.
He's just a good guy, and it's so funny that now he just has green apples on him at all times. He's It's like how Lionel always has he has his antler dagger. He has the antler freaking cane in this episode. Yep. Raymond's now fully committed to the apple bit. He just has it on him all the time.
It's just a great scene. Good closure on that scene. That great scene from episode 2 of him selling a horse.
Yeah.
He goes off. He spots a tree where he decides to pin his penny, which is the story Sir Arlen was telling him about why it's called a penny tree. Sir Arlen of Penny Tree. I believe this is takes off the sword.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm trying to
It's
see
kind of
from
hard
the
to tell.
angle.
But
It look
I,
yes, he takes the penny out of the sword.
yeah, and pins it there. Uses knife to kind of notch it in. Just great. I love everything. I mean, basically everything for most of this episode. But starting from that first Makar scene till the final title card it was so good. I was smiling ear to ear. It is all very feel good. You don't get a good feel good story every
Mm-hmm.
once in a while. And as he packs up about to leave, now he's planted his penny tree. Egg shows back up. Somebody shaved off a little bit of peach fuzz, but got it shaved. And he jumps over the wall. He says, "My Lord Father says I am to serve you." And then Dunk, corrects him, and Egg, kind of corrects it, and they both can't quite hold it in. They both, kind of a little like, it's like, yeah, happy to see you too, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just great. And says, don't he says you can ride Chestnut, but if I don't let me catch you on Thunder, which, again, call back to when they first met. Egg got on Thunder without permission
Mm-hmm.
when he was pretending to be a knight. Got his hood up, and dude, I love this scene of basically they're talking about where they're gonna go. Egg's like, go see the puppet show because Dunk got a little crush on the
'Cause there's
on
good
Tansel, but
puppets
also
in
but also
Dorne.
but also Egg loves to watch puppet shows. So
Yeah.
the only reason Egg was helping Dunk out with his Riz is because he didn't want Dunk to embarrass him and ruin the puppet shows for him. Yeah. So that's great, and he's like, we can go anywhere in the Seven Kingdoms, and Egg's like, oh, it's 9, but yeah. And yeah, Dunk's like, you want to get a cloud on the ear? And Egg's like, no, it's 9. And he just starts naming them off. And
Yeah, he
you just
lists
kind of
off all
see,
9.
you can see Dunk's brain break. My brain's like, hold on, wait a second.
Even I was like, wait, I've never counted before. Why the
I didn't know anything about any of it, so I was just only known 9 of the 7 kingdoms. To me,
Yeah.
I just assumed it was that, you got the 7 gods, the freaking trial of 7. 7 seems to be a pretty significant number, but it's like,
Mhm.
it's actually 9. I'm like, wait a second.
What's also funny is the the 7 gods, the ones that are
They're
like
like the ones
the
that aren't
7,
real.
they're like the only gods that aren't real.
Yeah.
Uh
Well, it's kind of like in Avengers, like given known proof every mythology exists. Captain America is still a good Christian boy.
yeah, he's still just
I
like,
love. That's why we
"Meh."
love. That's why I love Steve Rogers. There's only
He's
one
like
God, man, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't dress like that. Such a great line. Yeah, even like like Daredevil, he's like still Catholic, and it's like literal Norse God proven to be real.
yeah, Norse god fighting aliens in New York and he's like, I don't know, it's a tapestry.
But yeah. So dude, like I said, I love all the scenes from when Makar. Like I had no notes on those, but just from when they're riding off on the horse, this scene all the way through to the title card is
It's
just
really good.
so good.
They're
Night
riding
of
off
the 9
between
Kingdoms and Dunk. Yeah, he's just like,
the
oh,
forests,
and yeah,
and you
as they're
see like
riding off,
the ghost of Sir Arlen on Sweetfoot riding next to him, and then he turns off and rides to the left,
right
and
to
you
the left, the
see,
far more kind of polished. I don't know if this was. I kind of interpreted this as like that's kind of the afterlife. He's got. That's the more everything's blossomed over there. It's far more neatly kept.
and it looks like
Valhalla.
the left field, it looks like it's already grown in. The right, it looks like it's still growing, and like the sunrise, I think, is on the
The
right.
sun rises.
So it's like, they're just beginning their, squire
Riding
and
off
knight
into the
journey.
sunset. They're starting their journey.
Yeah.
As
There's
Sir Arlen gets left behind, a very sentimental send off. I loved this. The music is incredible. I guess we could go anywhere.
mhm.
And the title card is perfection. It pans away. Knight of the 9 Kingdoms. I love that so much. I was cheering. I was happy. I was smiling. For me, that's where the show ends. Like for me, that's the end of the show. Honestly, it could be the end of the series for all I care. I mean, obviously, I'd love more seasons, but if they ended up sucking, this is a night like this. If they came out tomorrow and they're like, it's well, glad you guys liked it, but it's canceled. Like, I'd be disappointed, but I could be satisfied. It's a beautiful ending. A
Mhm.
Night of the 9 Kingdoms. And we get a post credit scene. No,
Yeah, we see
the Targaryen. It's not even post credit scene. It's post title scene. But the
we see
Targaryens.
Arian on a wagon. We see Valar and Darren riding. Uh And then we see Makar kind of riding like back and forth on the caravan, trying to figure out where Egg
Is
is.
that backwards? Can you even see that?
Ask it. No, it's not backwards.
Okay, to me it's backwards on the video call.
Oh no, it's not on the stream.
Okay, cool. The Night of the Nine Kings.
But he's yelling, "Where the fuck is Aegon?"
Kind of
And then
funny.
that's the
But
last. I don't love that because
it's kind of funny, but like I don't know. To me, it's like I honestly I wish the scene wasn't there because I love it. Like he's like I can't send him, so he doesn't. But then ultimately he knows he has to, so he lets Egg go and
Yeah,
go and be
because
with
that's.
Dunk.
I feel like that's the better
'Cause
resolution.
even though he's a
To,
bad father, he knows
you
the
know,
only hope Egg
the
has.
last scene with Makar where he's like, he's my last son.
Mm-hmm.
This is like
But he
his
knows.
best chance for him to
And
turn out right.
what Dunk said actually hit him. He was like,
Yeah,
"Yeah, Arian, I raised Arian and Darren and Aemon, and they're all useless.
yeah.
They're all terrible people, and then Aemon's just useless. I guess is their thoughts on Aemon.
Pretty much,
So
Eamon
useless
just
that
has
they're gonna
no
send him
value.
off to be a maester. Well, he's better at living than all of them.
That's true. He lives like
Better at not
107.
dying. Uh,
Better at keeping his oaths too. But
yeah, but
that's a Game of Thrones.
yeah, I
Too.
mean it's kind of funny, but I don't know. And
It's
then
like
some.
it's kind of funny, but it's like it just doesn't work
I just don't like it. I just it kind of
character
ruins the
wise.
Makar. It kind of ruins the Makar moment. That's why I
Yeah,
was kind of like, yeah,
because
for me,
like
that's the ending of the ending of the show. I'm glad that they did that title card before cutting to that scene because to me, it's like the show actually ends with
yeah,
this riding off in the sunset with the music, great music playing, and it cuts to a Night of the Nine Kingdoms, which that title card got me. I was like, that's awesome. A Night of the Nine King, Egg being the smart ass proved him wrong, and he proved the showrunners wrong, so they got to change the name to a little meta joke. This was Arlen writing off because, like, Arlen really didn't have much, but then it kind of in the last two episodes they gave him so much. The get up, the meme that's taken off. I love
mhm.
the monster can get up meme.
Get
That's
up.
been great. Made me drink a white monster last week. I was kind of like,
It's like,
I was
hey,
taking out an energy drink. I was like, dude, I might give you a white monster because I was thinking of the meme. So yeah, and I just loved that they thought the idea to include it. And yeah, Dunk does glance off to the left and watch Sir Arlen. I've seen the meme of Fast and Furious music, which is funny because it's very
yeah,
similar to the Paul Walker scene.
it's laid out very similarly.
But yeah, it's good. It's a feel good ending to a hero's story, the hero's journey. The mentors died, he's moved on, and
hmm
now the hero has to grow into his own.
Yeah, it's a
Um,
classic. This is like it's a simple story. It's guy learns from his mentor, and then his mentor dies, and then he has to teach someone new. This is like
hero's
the most. Yeah, it's just a classic, simple story, and it's really good
call
because
to
of it.
adventure. Sir Arlen dies. He's got to figure out what to do next. And then he's got it's the call to adventure. He's got his mentor, Sir Arlen, through flashbacks. Eventually, the mentor dies. Sir Arlen died, but also Baelor in a sense. It's also kind of the revelation of what he needs to truly be to be a knight, be a hero. He transforms through his fight, the get up moment. Remembering that life sucks, but you got to keep going. And then he has to deal with the consequences of his actions of Baelor dying the whole tourney, and then the return is him riding back off to be a hedge knight
Mm-hmm.
with his own squire as Sir
A
Arlen.
person changed by the journey.
Sir Arlen rides away and lets his knight, his squire, who he trained, become a knight of his own and raise his own squire. Just a good feel good ending,
Mm-hmm.
and not quite a perfect season of television, but pretty freaking good.
Pretty solid. There's not a lot of bad. The main reason you can say it's not like it's not
Very
it's
simple and
not
safe.
the greatest show of all time is because it's very simple.
It's his
That's
hero's
why,
journey. It's a very
yeah,
basic hero's journey.
yeah, it's very
It's the
simple.
reason The Hobbit's not as good as Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
Just is from a story standpoint, at least. It's
yeah, yeah. Because the Hobbit, if
you know,
you're going from the books, obviously, because the movies are very different. But like, it's a much smaller story, and it's just a simple hero's journey. Whereas Lord of the Rings is like multiple bigger scale heroes' journeys overlapping, and
mm-hmm.
yeah, it's just bigger
It's the
scale.
reason the original trilogies more is better than Andor. You know, I haven't seen Andor, so I guess I can't. I shouldn't really
Better
make that
than the
comparison.
prequels
But
or
like,
the sequels.
yeah, the original trilogy is a big, it's the big story, and then Andor's a small character story in it. It's just
Mhm.
it's why it works. Why it works. It's why like Avengers Infinity War gets so much credit when I'm ranking MCU movies because like the impressiveness of balancing what they did and the structure of it. But like the
Yeah.
reason Avengers is probably my favorite MCU movie. It's like the
'Cause
fact that it
it
works
has
so
to
well with
balance a
all of it,
lot.
and it's a very unique challenge to do.
Yeah.
You know, when Disney's making their little cutesy pootsy side companion, you know, doing a robot versus doing an animal, a robot's a bigger challenge because it's harder to portray emotions to a robot than it is onto an animal. So,
Yeah.
you know, that's just, like BD1 versus Nyx, and Outlaws, get full circle for us to go back to talk about Star Wars Outlaws.
I would rather personally kill Nyx with my bare hands
Yeah, nah, Nyx is cute.
than see BD get like slightly low on batteries. Like
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah, dude. I mean, it's they're in production now on season 2. We'll see when the George R. R. Martin blog post inevitably hits.
yeah.
Uh, and
We'll
yeah,
see.
I mean, it's been a good 6 weeks, a good refreshing 6 weeks. Um, it kind of
It's
sucks that it kind of sucks that it's over, and now the next thing we're doing is freaking Daredevil born again.
true. But it's been it's
Yep, be
been
sad that it's over, not
really
happy that it
nice.
happened.
Yeah, it's been really nice having a good show,
Yep.
releasing weekly for a change. It's just nice.
Yeah, it was nice to have something that's getting talked about that's not Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Which
Something
is funny because
positive.
Breaking Bad fans and Game of Thrones fans have been like fighting um recently, which is kind of so freaking weird.
It's
Team
dumb.
sport fighting for your favorite show. Like,
Just
but then
like
it's like
both
I keep
shows.
seeing memes where they're teaming up to shit on Stranger Things fans, which is so funny. But like I don't even think you can compare them, right? Because Breaking Bad stays quality throughout the whole show, and Game of Thrones turns to shit.
Yeah.
But
But the
I haven't seen either of them, so
the peak of quality in Game of Thrones is significantly higher than Breaking Bad, and it's not close. It's not even
get
like
him,
the same.
get him,
It's not like it's
get him.
the character work in Breaking Bad is good.
Hey,
but
wait,
like,
this is on my channel. Go review Bama's Avatar video, not my channel. All right.
I don't
Yes,
even
they're
care
gonna
if they
go-
review
Actually,
bomb
they're
that
all gonna
video. It'll
team
be a
up- they're all
bunch of
gonna
engagement. So
They're gonna team up on me because I said I haven't seen either of them. So
if they go comment on my video 50 times, that'd be actually
well,
help
yeah,
me
if
quite
they
a bit.
comment, but if it's disliked, you're screwed.
That's true. And only I can. No, it'll really help me because no one can see the dislikes but me.
Well, it's gonna protect. Well, no, that's to help you out. That's protecting
Yeah, it'll help me by only making me sad.
you.
Oh, 5,000 dislikes? What the hell? It's a good thing nobody else can see this. That really helps me. I feel so much better.
Yeah. Yep. It's over though.
It's over, unfortunately.
That's it, and that's the only guarantee that we're gonna have a good one because now HBO is gonna see this as famous and try to ruin it. Probably.
Most likely, yeah. That's
It's hard to
You
be
know.
optimistic for season 2. I'm just glad that the way this ended. If season 2 ends up being just terrible, which is gonna be hard because I still have a book to adapt. So I guess season 4 is probably the first one I'd say it's like this sucks. I can always just go back to season 1 and be
I
like,
think
that's where it actually ended.
most likely, if we only get 3 seasons, the one that's going to be most at risk is 3 because this one, I mean, like they already have casting announcements and they're already far into probably screenwriting. Like it's probably fully written and beginning filming and stuff. So
No, they could go on strike again soon, so that
I know. I'm saying it could still be
it still screw everything up.
it could still be screwed up, but it's further along in the process. So if one of the seasons is going to get like changed greatly and get screwed up, it'll be season 3.
I'm not gonna underestimate WB's ability to ruin something.
That's fair.
Or
That's
Netflix.
literally
If
their
Netflix
best
buys
thing.
it. When Netflix buys it, they'll be like, okay, well, this is cool, but let's make it terrible.
This is cool, but what if
Hey, look, I like what you're doing here, but what if it sucked?
what if
Hear me out.
Egg just like murders Duncan asleep or something? I don't know.
All right. We're gonna wrap up soon, but unfortunately, we have enough time to watch.
Oh, no, I have to go right now. Garrett just
No,
texted
you said
me.
no. You said if
Dude,
we have
no,
to
there's
push
a
it
leak
till
in the
6,
there's a leak in the
then we
basement.
go till 6.
There's a
So we
leak
won't
in
go
the
all the way to
basement.
6 most likely, but
Every pipe in the
we're gonna
house
watch
just
this.
exploded.
We're gonna watch
so
this trailer because
simultaneously every single pipe in the
the
house
marketing for
exploded.
this movie is so bad. I didn't even know this trailer existed. I don't know that I knew this trailer
It's like-
existed, less or that super. I think it was that Supergirl spot. I did not know.
Dude, the
that they came out.
Supergirl, like, I still haven't seen anything about it. I at least saw a freaking
No, you don't
moron
understand. But here's the deal.
glove
here's the deal.
shido reaction
Hold
to
on,
the
one
Mandalorian
second, though.
trailer.
You're kind of underestimating the fact that Sir Dunk, he sees the good in everyone, but Daenerys, she sees the truth. Not sure what Daenerys, because it's the first female Game of Thrones character I could think of.
I'm trying to think of a good compare. I mean, you could probably say season 2, the Red Widow. You could kind of make that.
Doesn't Dunk have a descendant in Game of Thrones?
Oh yeah, Brienne of Tarth. But she
sees the truth in everyone.
No, she's like she's very similar to Dunk actually in her outlook and her disposition.
No, Jake.
So she doesn't
instead of look
either.
up. But think about it. Instead of look up, it's look out.
Dude, this is the worst shit I've ever seen.
Oh well, I can fix that for you real quick. That's the worst shit you've ever seen. Allow me to fix that for you real quick. Dude, this movie's gonna suck.
Yeah, it's some of the worst marketing I've ever seen.
Okay, again, I can fix that for you. This is actively marketing for this movie. All right, here we go.
I'll give him this. This shot kind of looks cool. Probably done saying positive things now. Oh, is that R4? Is that R4?
Oh my god!
Holy shit, R4's alive. Confirmed. They've
Absolute floaty. Star Wars is back, baby.
You know the ship that blew up? It's back.
The Razor Crest?
Yes.
Holy crap, that looks terrible. There's no articulation in his wrist. That is obviously someone moving a stick. Star Wars has always used puppets. Shut up.
Yeah, it looked better in the original cut of the original trilogy.
This looks terrible. It is so clearly someone moving a stick with his hand on it. Like his wrist isn't bending, like a wrist should. Look at his wrist.
Yeah, it's like... No, but
Why
look...
is a Razor Crest here? Didn't this ship get blown up in season 2?
Yep.
Cool. They bought a new one.
But it's yellow. Yeah,
hey,
it's like...
no, look, they bought a new one, though.
But you guys like this ship. Didn't you want it back?
Oh my gosh, is that Coruscant? Wow!
Holy shit, it's a jetpack. Looks like a jetpack on Coruscant. What?
Glad to see Pedro Pascal's putting as much passion into this movie as he had all the seasons of the TV show.
0.
Scorsese. It's kind of funny that they made him look like Martin Scorsese.
They kind of like they did. They kind of
that looks like I already knew that it was his voice, but like it kind of looks like him. Like it's kind of like you know, get it because it's the absolute cinema guy.
Yep.
Why is Martin Scorsese in this movie?
Why did he close the door?
Well, he's looking for a hut, and Martin Scorsese doesn't want to get on the hut's bad side.
Okay.
And then he found the huts. Dude, this shot is so funny to me. We have
this is
we have derivative Boba Fett with derivative Yoda with derivative Jabba.
Dude, this is like
Dude, we even got derivative Jabba snacks here.
Dude, this is like when you have to in Outlaws when you have to like find out where Jabba's palace is, but it's
known rebel.
It's like
Known rebel sympathizer Jabba.
known rebel ally Jabba the Hutt.
Oh, snowtrooper! Look, snowtrooper! I would just want to compare this shot, like this shot in this scene to like that one line that the one actor who's actually really good says in Mandalorian season 1. Do you remember that one scene that's actually like insanely high quality in Mandalorian season 1 when he first gets his Beskar from that guy? It's like the
Yeah.
one scene that's got like insane substance in Mandalorian. You watch it, you're like, oh man, this show's actually gonna be a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just compare, dude, this just looks This looks like the volume. This looks like it's got the shape of the volume. Like it doesn't even look like they tried. Long live the Empire. Wait, is he a rebel? Look, is he with the- look at that jacket.
But
Looks
did
like-
you
looks
see
like
Grogu? Grogu had the thing on his
Hey,
chest.
hey, this looks like K Vess's jacket. I think we're setting things up.
How did Kay Vess get her jacket? I guess this is after that. But...
Holy.
Look, Grogu has a symbol on him.
At least his wrist is articulating here.
Yeah, for the first time. He also
What do you
weighs
think?
4
Oh, it didn't.
pounds, and he's in full chainmail. Like,
What is this setup? What?
also, they're just totally fine. Like, that's not how fire works. Yeah, that's how fire
What
works.
was the point of the flamethrower?
It was a stun.
Oh yeah, but he's got bullet or blaster proof armor.
Yeah, he's literally bulletproof. So,
Oh, it's so cool. He shot him and walked away. Corny Weaver. Oh, that looks so bad. Those freaking battle droids? Are those what?
is that a commando droid?
No, I don't think so.
Those look like really shit droids.
They're like scrap droids, dude. Dude.
Holy shit, dude! It's Imbo.
He's got his dog. You remember when they made Cad Bane suck?
Yeah. Also, Imbo's old as shit now. Like,
Also,
what are we?
bro, just look how fake this looks. Like,
Doesn't
it
look
just looks
good.
like the volume. Like, oh, he took his helmet off again.
Dude, it's
Dude,
Pedro.
You know Pedro was pissed when he got to this scene in the script. He's like, I have to go to set.
I can't just voice act across the country. What
He
the
just
hell?
deep fake it.
I'm working on 8 other movies right now. Are you
Oh my
serious?
gosh!
This looks terrible. It doesn't even look at his arm.
Hey, why is he a twink?
Yeah, it's Imbo. And I feel like he wasn't that green either.
When I was 7, I would have thought this was tough.
Dude, if you told me that 7-year-old me would be, if you told 7-year-old me that current me would be angry that we got live action Imbo, I'd shoot you in the face with like a Nerf blaster. But
Absolute Filoni.
oh
On
boy,
May 22nd.
that wasn't even acting. That was just Pedro mad that he was on set.
So Pedro's gonna get captured, and we're gonna have a freaking Baby Yoda suit up scene as he comes to save him.
I'm going.
And he still
to-
can't talk,
I'm-
by the way.
Still can't talk.
Oh my
Hey,
gosh!
they could have at least made him grow, dude. Like he's exactly the same size.
Freaking Babu Frick family and Baby.
We deserve.
Oh, he's got a
destruction.
look! He's got a stick. He's got a walking stick. He's basically Yoda.
Look, he's on a forest planet like Yoda. This This is so.
Oh my
ass.
God! It's Ron. It's the guy from the Bear. Oh, I'm Zebulon.
Look, it's Garazeb from Rebels.
I love how there's just zero inflection. Look how many freaking stormtroopers he's killed. It's gonna be Disney stormtroopers, dude. They're not gonna hit a shot. Where's the female stormtroopers from Outlaws?
Can't have him kill him.
Also, like, if Kay Vess and that chick from Kenobi can punch a stormtrooper and they go unconscious, Zeb swinging from a light to kick, he just like that dude just turned into freaking a
Mist.
smoothie.
Yeah,
It's yeah, there's a little smoothie in that helmet. They fly now?
They fly now.
This is the worst thing ever.
What was that?
Oh my gosh, it's Baby Greedo!
What the?
Wait, hold on. Dude, for the split second, that scene where he's sliding on the ground, why does it kind of look like Indy 5 is next to him? We're manifesting K-Vess into this. I like.
That's Indy 5. That's Indy 5. K-Vess might be in the Mandalorian and Grogu.
I actually desperately hope that that's Indy 5.
Also, is that the baby Rancor from Book of Boba Fett?
Like a bentha.
Like a bantha.
That actually might be Indy 5.
Dude, it has a coat on too. That's literally Indy 5. There's a non-zero chance we get live action K-Vess. Mueller will have a heart attack. He'll have a brain aneurysm.
Remember when he didn't? Remember when he didn't like droids? It's Baby Greedo.
No, it's like Greedo's grandson.
So Baby Yoda and Baby Greedo are gonna
Who
team
shot
up.
first, Baby Greedo or Baby Yoda?
Is Baby Han Solo gonna show up?
50-year-old K-Vess will show up and shoot that baby.
You.
Oh. I need a stroller again.
Why does this stroller turn into a freaking battle pod? This is a real thing. This is the first Star Wars movie in 7 years. Into a freaking
Why is it so fast? It's a stroller. It's weaving through traffic?
This is the worst title card of all time, by the way. Dude, there's been zero change in the inflection in his voice. He ate a bird.
Forged for IMAX. Yeah, bro, it wasn't a TV show.
He ate a
What are we doing, guys?
freaking battle stroller.
This cost millions of dollars, by the way.
You've heard of pregnant women battle. Now get ready for baby stroller battle.
Dude, in Avatar 3, the lady
That's like
gives
what
birth
Dwight was
during
trying
a
to
battle.
That was like what Dwight was expecting when he was testing Jim's stroller. he was
Oh my goodness,
What
dude.
the heck?
That's
This movie's, dude. How many people are gonna even watch this movie?
I'm going to. Probably twice. This is horrible. We could get live action K-Bass.
That would make it so much better.
Is what I spent on my whole bomb shelter. For that kind of money, the stroller should be indestructible.
As safe as they say it is. Oh, look, a curb. Uh-oh, let's see what happens.
You see, it's also not a problem with the battle stroller because it hovers.
It hovers. So, doesn't he throw it off the roof?
He just straps it to his car.
Oh, he hits it with
and
his...
drives.
Yeah.
Yeah, he runs it over.
Yeah, dude.
What has
might
happened
be
to Star Wars, dude?
Can we watch the Supergirl trailer, or will it pop?
It's gonna pop, and it's literally just.
Was it a teaser, or
It's like a 40-second. It's like a TV spot.
Oh,
Basically, it's nothing new. I think you get a clean look at Lobo, and then it's like, Superman sees the good in everyone. I see the truth.
oh, so they hit that line again.
Yes, that's the thing. They were James Gunn very proud of that line. But here's the other. This is very Guardian. Like this one's different because it's Guardians-esque. So it's like a space adventure. It's like a fun space adventure. And the main character, she's cynical and she's gonna use her furry friend to help discover the true meaning of found family.
Dude, we had to put up with Crypto for an entire Superman movie just so that he could be used to introduce Supergirl, and then now we have to put up with Crypto for the entire Supergirl movie.
Maybe he'll get a battle stroller.
Battle leash.
Battle stroller. Bro, Danny Gonzalez, look at this. Look at this. This is what he got, bro. I wasted $1,000 on a tactical stroller. That's Baby Yoda, bro.
It wasn't even. It would like they stole it from that random.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
It's not even the stroller that they literally made for
this freaking mom.
that little shit. It was
The
they
mom
just
freaking
stole it.
bought. The mom freaking bought a battle stroller for baby Greedo.
Baby Yoda, Baby Greedo, and rip off Boba Fett, and etc.
Derivative Yoda and derivative Boba Fett steal derivative Greedo's derivative stroller to attack derivative Rancor to get away from derivative Jabba.
It's peak. It's peak.
Absolute Filoni.
Martin Scorsese was in it. That means it's good.
Absolute Filoni.
I don't even know. Like,
I was gonna pan through this freaking video and try to find that freaking clip of Jabba, that animation from Jabba from Mahler's freaking video, but I'm not gonna be able to find that. So,
it's
oh gosh,
Hey,
dude, I
K-Vest.
so badly want K-Vest to be in that movie. That would be the funniest thing ever.
Dude, K-Vest canon.
Well, she is canon.
Well-
The game is canon, but like live action, yeah.
Yeah, but then it's like Kay was in the lore. Kay was like Crimson Dawn was like the lore option for the game. Is that she's like tied with Crimson Dawn, which means Kira is still a thing. And it's like, okay, is Kira still a thing post Empire? It begs a lot of questions that they don't have the answers. Like, how the hell is Imbo around? He should be dead.
Okay, before we're about to wrap up, but I did find it. So before we go,
This game is. So maybe an animation can do it.
Diverting power to deflectors.
Deflectors? Are you serious?
Asara, keep trying.
Ugh. Not a space mission. No. Anything
A
but.
distress beacon.
Calling in some favors.
Oh, God.
I hope.
It's gonna be the rebels.
It's way worse.
No. Press some more buttons, quick. What's going on?
Damien, did you get out?
You can say that.
Oh, the rebels! Guys, the rebels are here.
Not bad.
But not enough.
What now?
Press more button.
The distress beacon.
It's funny because it's so dead, but there's more freaking emotion in this animation than in the actual game itself.
The rebels.
You missed me. Right. If you say so.
Jabba and his little fucking fat guy ship running around. I am here, Kay. I could never lose you, Kay. You. Yeah. What? You'll never guess it. The space palace. Fucking Jabba. I'm picturing like Jabba's palace, but a spaceship.
Basically, what Baby Yoda's driving.
He's got like a Rancor and an X-wing. I'm gonna save you, Kay.
It's just so much funnier because Jabba's also the guy who was so spiteful at Han for dumping a shipment of spice that he freaking tracked him down across the galaxy and him frozen into a concrete
As
block.
if Jabba the Hutt would give a fuck about you. What?
You need to destroy the shield generators.
Jabba, you take the TIE fighters. I'll take the shields, buddy. You know what they need? When I blow up, they need Jabba going, no! Stay fast, no! This happened right before Leia strangled him, right? So Jabba helped the rebels and then Jabba saved the rebels. They killed him. Jabba, you will always be a hero to me. I will never forget your sacrifice. You beautiful boy. Never let anything take that away. Some people bought this for $110.
Truly master.
I think that was Plagued Creations, I think is the channel that actually edited that. But dude, oh, the animation makes that
God,
clip.
it's so funny.
It's the freaking Jabba having a freaking K-Vest like poster. The ship, the freaking wide shot where the ship is like in the stasis. And the animator taking the time to have him like grabbing Kay's shoulder and freaking shaking. Shut up in the space battle. Jabba! Oh,
Oh my god. Game is so shit.
Who did you get to the end? Who helped you?
Oh, I don't even remember.
Mine was Crimson Dawn because I didn't do any side missions.
It might have been Jabba. I don't.
I was like, this game's stupid.
I think it was Crimson Dawn
I
because
was
that's
just
the
ready to
one.
get to
If
the
you
end.
if you don't do side shit, it's
if you don't do
Crimson
anything
Dawn.
at all, it's when they
Yeah.
force it on you.
I think it was Crimson
Ugh.
Dawn because I would have remembered if it was Jabba.
The rebels.
Oh my god.
Oh. All right, that's a good time to round it out. If you want to, this has been a great
episode.
6 weeks of A Night of Seven Kingdoms. Next week we'll be back and we'll probably just be yapping like this, but for the whole show instead. So yeah, you know, if you want to check it out, we might be on Jake's channel because you know now all the content's done. We'll go give Jake the slop episodes or something. you know?
Yeah.
So.
Once content's back and I'm making content at the same
Yeah.
time.
Yep, but we'll see. I guess we'll probably decide by then. But yeah,
Well,
thank you for watching. What?
Next week I'm on spring break and I will be unavailable.
What are you back? 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
Yeah, 2. It's only 1 week. I'll be in Florida with Garrett. If I was at home, I would stream. But yeah,
Hold on. Netflix release date. Okay, never mind. That doesn't come out till March 20th. All right, well, we're gonna have a couple weeks where we won't have anything to talk about. Then we got Project Hail Mary and The Immortal Man. If I manage to get to a theater to watch it, then I'll talk a bit about it once you're here next week. But yeah, that'll do it for Night of the Seven Kingdoms. It was awesome.
It was
Not
it
quite
was
as good as
awesome.
Star Wars Outlaws, but
It almost,
and
almost.
Mandalorian and Grogu. Yeah, thank you for watching. Links are all down below. You can go subscribe to Jake, subscribe to me, listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever. Who cares? I don't. Blah, blah, blah. Links in the description. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Goodbye now. Bye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.